I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat. I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce. Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been
I eat
a lot of hot
extra
sauce,
sharp.
a lot of
That's what I eat.
raw.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother, everybody comes in, your comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousin.
He's like this.
They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy.
I need water.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins.
I need water.
They come
Help me, I
in
need water.
so easily, so crazy, so crazy. They're coming all over the place.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
So notice something. I defended him on his bad joke because I have standards and I have principles.
Hello, users, and welcome to another goddamn. I'm gonna start up the show here in just a moment. Welcome to another goddamn. There we go. That wah-wah is still in there. I haven't solved that problem yet. But hopefully everyone is having a good-ass motherfucking goddamn. Was there a debate or not? I will... Let's start the show with that. Let's cover this. Alright. So... Yesterday, I was supposed to... Well, let's rewind a bit. Let's start from the beginning. So, a streamer by the name of Jackson Hinkle issued a challenge to anyone who was willing to challenge him at all on the Netflix walkout take that he had. This is like now 2 weeks ago, so it's like it's old news now. But I mean, I'm still interested in having the conversation. He said, and I quote, "None of you have the balls to come on my stream." So someone sent me that link. And I was like, all right, I'll come on. And so we started DMing. I believe on Sunday? Let me actually look. So we started DMing October 22nd. Oh, that was a while ago. Oh, Jesus. So on last Friday, so not yesterday, but 8 days ago, we started DMing. We had like a little mini debate in DMs. And then we said we were going to do the show on Wednesday. And he said on Wednesday that he couldn't make it and that we could do it on Friday instead. And so we were supposed to, then Friday being yesterday. So we started talking 8 days ago. I initiated the challenge about 10 days ago. And it was supposed to happen last night. But then he said, and I'm going to leak the DMs here. But, don't worry about it. He said, what are you up to right now? I'm not going to be able to do 4:30. So I said, I'm at a protest at the moment. What's your schedule looking like? So that's what happened, basically. I'm saying, I'm trying to, what are we doing? I'll be home soon. What's the scoop? He never got back to me. I never got a response. But then someone sent me a clip of his show from last night, because apparently he did a show last night, and he mentioned the conversation we were supposed to have. So here's the audio.
Tontino, come on. Don't be a bitch. My other debate flaked out on me today. I was supposed to... Well, actually, sorry, she did not flake out on me. I flaked out on her because I said I can't do it later.
So okay, so I don't follow his stream. I don't know when his typical stream time is. But he's like, I don't know, I guess he sounds bored and he wants someone to talk to him. Like, if he wanted me to come on at 9 o'clock, I probably would have been able to if he would have responded to me. But instead I got high and, I don't know, I did stuff that I do when I'm high. But I just want to be very clear. I did not flake out, and I'm still very wanting to have this conversation. So I respect the fact that he mentioned that we were going to have a conversation and then corrected the record in real time. I actually do respect that. I think that's cool. I also think it's funny. So I'm going to play the audio again because it's pretty good. This might go in the sound drop folder.
Tino, come on. Don't be a bitch. My other debate flaked out on me today. I was supposed to... Well, actually, sorry, she did not flake out on me. I flaked out on her because I said I can't do it later.
So I don't know. We haven't decided on when the next scheduled debate time will be for him to flake out on. But again, I'm willing to adapt the schedules. My thing with, we were going to do like Wednesday at 9, or originally it's going to be like Wednesday at 7. And then by 9 o'clock, I was already like way too tired. And I told him I'm probably not going to be able to make it like that late. But like if we were to plan around it, you know, like if we were to plan tomorrow at 9, then I would like actually, you know, maybe sleep in a little bit, or, you know, but it's hard for me to plan it when I didn't get much sleep and then just stay up until like fucking God knows when, you know. So, but I like, again, I want this to happen. So feel free to let Jackson know I'm not upset. Everything's fine. But again, it did not happen last night. That's unfortunate. But I think that little moment's funny. So there you go. It's your update, folks. We got Max the dog in the background. Wait, where is he? Yeah, we're talking about Jackson Hinkle, DJ Elf. Rewind the tape. Rewind. Rewind the tape.
My other debate flaked out on me today. I was supposed to... Well, actually, sorry, she did not flake out on me. I flaked out on her because I said I can't do it later.
That's so good. That's definitely going in the sound drop folder. That's definitely going in the sound drop folder. Oh my god. Your replacement where? This is the real great replacement. Whew. I am still People's Party, and New York is achieving some pretty big things. Oh? Yeah, People's Party sucks, bro. I'm sorry about that, but, you know, People's Party, not good. That's just my opinion, though. You know, you can disagree. That's fine. All right. Let's get into the goddamn, folks. Where is the goddamn? There it is. I found the goddamn. Oops. The goddamn, motherfucking goddamn. Yeah, DJ Elf, I feel you. But, like, there's, like, a level, and I don't necessarily want to say I attribute this to you, but if the leaders of the People's Party are so fucking horrible, right, why not just work with the Democratic Party? Like, we all hate the Democratic Party leaders like Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. We all hate them, right? So if we all hate the leaders of a party, and like the Democratic Party and the People's Party, why spend your time and energy working for the party that's less likely to achieve change? That's my opinion. And you, like, to me, it just seems like that's kind of a waste of time. So that's just my take on it. But with that being said, let's get into the goddamn. So yesterday was day 192 of protests in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. We had some people dress up for Halloween. That's right, folks. It's Halloween this weekend. So we're going to get some, you know, we had some pirates and Vikings out last night, you know, keep things a little bit fun. But yesterday was day 192 of protests in the city of Elizabeth City over the police execution of Andrew Brown Jr. that took place on April 21st, 2021. Again, folks, the facts of this case are damning. They rode up on the back of a pickup truck, 7 sheriff deputies with loaded long rifles, assault weapons. They fired several times. Some of the shots hit their own vehicles. They shot themselves, folks. Some of their bullets went into neighboring houses. Imagine you're just reading the paper in the morning and then a bullet goes through your wall into another wall, through that wall into the kitchen, and it went into a crock pot. So not only do you have your walls shot up, you almost died, but now you have to buy a new crock pot, right? And guess what? No charges against any of them, not even for wanton endangerment of a random passerby, because there is no such fucking thing as law and order. Police are above the law. They have a get out of jail free card all the time. In fact, their get out of jail free card is so good, they don't even go to jail. So not only do they go to jail and then get out, they just don't even go to jail. They get to put their fucking feet up on the coffee table, watch whatever's on Netflix for a couple weeks, get paid vacation, and then, in the case of Pasquotank County, they got a raise, folks. They got a raise. They got more money. They got an increase in their salary. It's unacceptable. But that's what happens in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And the local government, the city council, trash. Garbage. The mayor, garbage. Trash. The Elizabeth City Police Department, trash. Garbage. Shit on my shoes. Everyone who has power in Elizabeth City is trash. If you were to go into a landfill, right, close your eyes, put on a glove, and just reach into the garbage, grab something, and pull it out, you would find something more valuable than the mayor, the city council, the police department, the county commissioners all combined, because they're all fucking worse than garbage. At least garbage sits there. At least it minds its own business. This garbage is like fucking actively making the rest of the world garbage. This is my analogy. It's grown a little bit out of whack here. But my point is, we have nothing. Local leaders are trash. Government, trash. Police department, trash. And when I say local leaders, I don't mean the movement leaders. I mean, like, you know, the people in government, the city council people, the people who should be there ostensibly to help us. But when this moment struck, all of them got together and decided, let's try as hard as we possibly can to do absolutely nothing. But wait! They painted Black Lives Matter on the street. So, all right. 192 days, folks. Jesus. I don't doubt that that's true, DJ Elf. I would just say, why not use my energy for something that's better? Like, my thing is, again, I'm very spiteful. Right, so I get people that hate Democrats because of spite. But if I got kicked out, like, let's say I hate Democrats because of spite, and then I worked with the People's Party, and the People's Party is trying to replace me and kick me out, right, that's a more personal attack. Like Hillary Clinton saying that she hates transgender people, like, yeah, that's a personal attack against me, but it's not like Hillary Clinton is, like, pointing her finger at me specifically and saying, I hate you. Right? So it's like, if I leave the Democratic Party to go to the People's Party, and then they point a finger at me personally, for me, if there's like levels of spite, you know, I would say that the spite at that point is more, I would go back to the Democratic Party just to spite Jimmy Dore and Jackson Hinkle or whatever. You know? Like, that's like the ultimate spite move. I'm trying to get, like, the microphone in the shot in, like, a cool way. I want to get it to, like, above. There you go. Look at that. There it is. Cut off my fucking face. Look at that. Now, that's nice. That's a good set. This is all you need to see. This down is all you need. Goddamn, what a show, folks. What a show. Look at that. What a show. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, DJ Elf. Sam Cedar has been shitting on Jimmy Dore for like 5 years, Umar. I can tell you that much. Some of the first videos I saw of Sam Cedar like 5 years ago were shitting on Jimmy Dore. So I give him all the credit in the world on that one. I don't follow Humanist Report and Rational National, their shows too closely, but I know that we follow each other on Twitter, so I know that we've gotten in multiple conversations over the last year about how shitty Jimmy Dore is. So, but I didn't follow their shows as closely as I followed the Majority Report. What happened to that? Umar, go back and rewind the stream. Go back and watch the first, after the intro. The first segment I did was about that, so go back and watch it. It's funny. So otherwise I would just tell you right now, but it's funny if you watch and then just zoom back to where we are now. It's really funny though. DJ Elf, you rewind the tape as well. It's really funny. So this one's funny, so let's go into it. So folks, there is a musical collection of sounds and words that you may have heard of that is the exact opposite of what some of the musicians involved in that song are now doing. So here we have a really funny story that the right-wing media is running with. They love this shit. So here is Ice Cube exits Sony comedy. Oh, hell no. After declining COVID-19 vaccine. So after years and years of making music about how police are bad, Ice Cube is now linking arms with police all across the country and saying no to mandatory vaccination, aka a way to solve a pandemic. Fuck all the people dying that are immunocompromised, that, shouldn't be dead, because we should have ended this pandemic in April and May. If everyone got vaccinated, it would be over by now. Fuck them. Predominantly, minorities, people of color, homeless people. Fuck them all straight to hell. I'm going to be on Team Cop, says Ice Cube. Now, he hasn't commented on this yet, but I want to read the article because it's really funny. Ice Cube has departed Sony's upcoming comedy Oh Hell No, in which he would have co-starred with Jack Black after declining a request from producers to get vaccinated. Sony had no comment. A personal representative for the star declined to comment. WME, his agency, declined to comment. Oh Hell No is being produced by Matt Tolmack and Black, who both did not offer a comment. So no one's talking. All we know is he doesn't want to be vaccinated because he's a little fucking freak show motherfucker. He loves police now, all of a sudden. He's on the side of the cops. And he's a loser. And they're all afraid to talk about it. So that's pretty funny. Ice Cube and Black partnered on the project in June. The Sony film was looking to shoot this winter in Hawaii with KTO Sakurai, the filmmaker behind Netflix's breakout comedy Bad Trip, in the director's seat. Producers on Oh Hell No made the request that cast on the project would need to be vaccinated. The film is pushing back. Yeah, the rest of this I don't care about. I don't know. I think this is really funny. The idea that someone in Ice Cube's position is going to use his fame to basically agree with police. You know, because again, if you look at all the people that are against the vaccine and against mandatory vaccinations, right, the number one group on that list that's being the loudest and the most annoying are the cops. Ice Cube, again, is on the same team as the cops. I don't know what else you need for me to tell you, but Jesus, that's cringe. I mean, it's cringe. It's cringe on a cracker, let me tell you. It's not good. So I wanted to talk about that one because it's funny. What do I use? Ableton. I use my mouse and Windows Explorer. Oh fuck, there's a new Paranormal Activity movie? Oh shit. Hold up. I was going to do another story, but let me read this now. Where can I watch it? Is it on streaming? How to watch. All right, let's see. Paramount Plus. All right, I'm going to have to find a way to watch this movie at some point. Anyway, folks, let's get into the actual story I was going to cover. Oh god, this is 8 minutes. All right, folks. And of course, this is only in one of my ears. Classic.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paranoware, where we provide parents with information they can use.
Okay, this guy, like, this is a really bad take. If I were to start my first sentence with "Welcome to Paranoware," you know what I would do? I would just say, "All right, let's do another take."
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paranoware, where we provide parents.
Welcome to Paranoware. I mean, like, again, like, this is really bad. I'm gonna watch it again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paranoware, where we provide parents with information they can use to keep their kids safe. I'm Sergeant Brian Gunsley with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and today I'm going to show you how to search your child's room. The first step is to remove the child, or the teenager in this case, from the room. You don't want them in the room because their protests may distract you from doing a thorough search. Hey pal, gonna need you to leave the room. Thanks, we'll talk later.
What the fuck? Oh no? Wait, both of my ears are working?
It's important to search your child's room every once in a while, like I would say about every 6 months.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So the mic only works in one of my ears, but the rest of the audio works on both. So what they had here is a situation where they're like, oh fuck, the mic fucked up. So instead of like, I don't know, like copying and duplicating the audio and putting it in the other channel in the editing process, they're like, fuck that. But they're gonna add other music to the video. I thought it was just the video that was on my left ear only, right? But no, like it's just that microphone audio that they could have very easily in the editing process just duplicated the sound into both channels. Nope.
Unless you suspect that they're using drugs or alcohol, then you're going to want to do it more often. The way I would search this room is to split it into sections. So this would be my first section to do, and then another section would be maybe this area right here, and then the closet.
The music is
and
good.
This bed, and then probably anything that's on the floor. So what I recommend is to start searching
Yo, I'm
from top to
jamming!
bottom and then left to right. So here I would start just searching in this plant and then go across to the right, and then we'll search into whatever containers that are here. Always want to look inside the containers and inspect things thoroughly. See, here we have a container with, looks like a place for someone to hide something. So I'm going to hang on to that. Certainly want to talk about that in a little bit.
But there's nothing
And
in there.
then
You didn't find
Just
anything.
kind of look through everything. When it comes to books, you just want to search through all the pages and just see if you see anything. Here we have a picture, it looks like, of a child with a gun to their head. This may indicate that they're thinking about committing suicide. So that's something that we want to talk about with our child.
Folks, I know. I just want to let everyone know. You know this if you watch my show. I've tried to kill myself before. Now, on the list of things that I have done in the preceding moments to attempting suicide, drawing a picture of myself with a gun pointed at my head and hiding it in a book in my bedroom is never on the list. It's never been on the list. I mean, I'm just letting you know. That is clearly something that has been done. And let's assume I did draw that. I would throw it away instantly. I wouldn't hide it in a book. You know, like, there's so much wrong with this. I mean...
So here we have something. This looks like a scale of some sort. So that could be used by someone who's maybe purchasing drugs or selling drugs.
Oh my god, Crash Team Racing! Oh shit! Where do I get this? Yo, this guy's got Crash Team Racing! Yo, look, I got Crash Team Racing up there. You can't see it because the microphone's in the way. Fuck. How do I... someone find this for me. Crash Team Racing scale. I want to buy this prop. This is great. Someone help me find this. I love PS1. Look, I got a whole PS1 collection. Yo, this sheriff would love to go through my PS1 collection. You have no idea what's hidden in my PS1 games. That's amazing. Yo, who would have thunk?
These are
CTR.
selling drugs. So that's something that's disguised. We'll hang on to that.
CTR.
Now here's something that looks like a container of some sort. Let me see what's inside. We have hidden in here. We have some, looks like marijuana. So I am going to hang on to this. We're going to have a little talk about that.
Marijuana?
This is a concern because some teens use this to get high. They can use this as a huffing device. So if you have dust off or any type of computer duster in the room, we want to remove that because that could be used as something dangerous and that could be deadly. And also it's very important to be respectful of the child's property when you're doing this because you know, it's just...
This is how the best way to be respectful of your child's property is by unfolding all of their socks and gloves and then putting everything back in the wrong way without refolding them. That is how you be very respectful. I am looking respectfully, I say, as I'm tearing everything apart that was in order and then unfolding all of your socks and then just throwing them back in there willy-nilly.
Appropriate thing to do. Here we have a vaping device. We're gonna hang on to that. Here we have some more clothing. Looks like everything's okay there. Oh, I have a pipe hidden inside some socks. We'll go through here, nothing in that drawer. And then if you notice anything that's unusual in the room, like this is toilet paper, that's kind of unusual. Nothing,
I'm telling you right now, if you have a teenage boy in a bedroom, toilet paper is not unusual. I'm just letting you know. Like, that's something that I would even go as far as to say is very usual. It would be unusual to not find toilet paper in a teenage boy's room. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
See anything with that? Ajax. I don't know why this would be in his room. So I would inspect that a little better. In fact, here we have another container that we will talk to him about. And certainly you want to collect all these items. They shouldn't have them in their room.
Yo, I want that CTR. Someone get me that Crash Team Racing scale. I would use the fuck out of that. I'm not even joking. I will use, if someone can hunt that down, no matter the price, send me the link and I'll buy it because I want it right now.
And here I have a couple of little baggies. It looks like they may have had some drugs in them or something at some point. So that's another indicator.
Hold up, folks. What are we at? 4:30? Okay, hold up. Hold up. Alright, I put out the call, folks.
So this looks like it might be something. I'm familiar with this as a container. So this is something that people can buy online, these hidden compartments. So as you can see, it has liquid above and below, but the container, it's a false container.
So the reason why this is a bad hiding spot is because it's the old label. Like, it looks cool. Like, the old label was way better than the new one, absolutely. But the reason why this was a bad hiding spot is because it's the old label.
In the middle, that people can hide things in there. We'll hang on to that. Journals are good to go through. As a parent, they're...
So the best way to respect your child's privacy is to read all of their private thoughts in a journal. That's the best way to do these things. Is you got to read every single private thought that they've ever had and then call them out on it, and that way they'll never trust you again, and then for the rest of their life they're going to have PTSD and trust issues. That's the best way to respect your child's privacy.
You have every right to search your child's room. There is no legal problem with that. So be sure to take advantage of that and search your child's room while they're under the age of 18. Here, we just want to take a look through the journal and just see if there's anything suspicious. And here's a page where it looks like they're drawing pictures of marijuana references on here. And then
folks, the best way to respect your child's privacy is by looking through their diary. That's how you do it. Like, that's super respectful.
Usually just go through the bed. You can remove the sheets and all the bedding and just take a look at the mattress. Make sure the mattress doesn't have any openings in it where someone could put or hide something in here. Oh, here's some more pill bottles, and that may match up with the pills that we found here. So that's good to have. We'll need to find out more about that. And then you want to search underneath, and we have Budweiser found underneath here. Okay, so the last area that you want to search is now everything that's on the floor. So we have here some clothing that's on the ground, and we'll just go through some clothing. Of course, the pockets always is where you're going to find stuff. So these are indicators that, they may be using drugs. And then, of course, the backpack. Now, the best time to probably do a search is when your child is at school. Do the search of the room, and then when they come home, finish that search up by checking the backpack. And can also have them remove, especially if you found all this, you're going to want to have them remove anything that's in their pockets, and you want to check the backpack. And so in here, we're finding a few more items. This is a vape device. Let's see. And this is a highlighter, which appears to be a highlighter, but this is something that can be purchased online. And what it is a pipe, and it just hides within the highlighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this video is giving me a lot of really good ideas. Like, this is like, that's good. That's good. A pipe highlighter? That's good as hell. The CTR. Now again, okay, so I've learned a lot from this video. 1, the CTR fucking scale. You just can't beat that. That's just too good. 2, the pipe highlighter. This is like actually some really good. This is very informative.
So when you're searching, you want to definitely go through everything very carefully and inspect things closely, just in case your child has something like this hidden in there. You're going to want to find it. It's very important to conduct a safety search like this because you want to know whether or not they're using drugs. Best way to prevent adult addiction is to intervene early when they're young. So this is the time to prevent a lifelong struggle with addiction. Thanks for watching Parent Aware.
I can't believe I made it through the whole thing, but honestly, like, I wasn't intending on watching all 8 minutes, but like, that was really funny, so I just had to. And the CTR scale, like, I'm glad I did. But like, what the hell is this shit? Can we have like a serious conversation? First of all, the idea that this guy is going to be like, yep, you got to look at their journal. Oh, look, they've got a crush on someone. Oh, they're upset that we hit them 4 years ago. But wait a second. They talked about weed. They drew a picture of weed at one point. Like I just, like, this shit is so ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so cringy. Any parent who watches this and goes like, oh, go fuck yourself. You're a horrible parent. And the cop who did this, Jesus Christ, right? And then also the editing team, like why didn't you duplicate the microphone audio channel so it would be on both? It would be mono, right? Which is still like it's worse quality than stereo, but mono is better than just having one goddamn, right? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and also, like, on the comment on addiction, the best way to stop addiction is to get it early. I'm going to tell you right now, I have addiction problems. I didn't use any drugs until I was, like, 21 and 22. So I'm just, like, throwing that out there, right? It's just a retweet. And, I didn't say anything here. But, so, like, sure, maybe, right? That's a good way to stop addiction early. Maybe. I don't know. But, like, that's not, like, a surefire way to make sure someone's addicted to stuff. And also, what's the problem? Is someone smoking weed? If they're popping like Xannies as a 17-year-old and they're not doing any research, that's actually problematic. That, you should have a conversation with them about what the side effects of Xannies are, what a lethal dose is, right? That's the problem with drugs and parenting, is that parents are afraid to talk about drugs with their kids, right? So kids often will experiment with drugs on their own without having done any research, and then sometimes they'll end up dying because of it. That's the problem. If we have an open conversation about drugs as a society, especially as like a parent and child relationship, then there's going to be way less of a problem. If you tell them, yeah, if you consume too many of this, you will die. Like, the safe dose, the safe limit is like maybe 3. Maybe you could do 5, like, without dying, but that's pushing it. Think about what else you've done that day. That kind of stuff. That's how you have a good conversation about drugs. You don't just say, oh, you're doing drugs, you're grounded, kiddo. That's not how you do it. It's just not, it doesn't, I don't know. Like, it's not, it doesn't, it's no. I disagree. But anyway, that was really funny. I'm happy for you, Peter. That's good stuff. Xanax is 10x the potency of heroin. I am not convinced that that's true. Because I'm pretty sure they're in different categories. Am I wrong on that? I mean, I've done Xanax. I've not done heroin, but I have done Xanax. I've also done pain pills, which are more like heroin to my understanding. And I can tell you Xanax and like Percocet are not the same. At least in my experience. Unless you're just talking about like a lethal dose or something. Yeah, that's possible. Hey, James Patterson. So glad I found your channel. I'm glad you found my channel too, bud. When and how did you find it? I'm always very interested in that kind of stuff. Like, did the algorithm show me to you, or did you have to find it some other way? That's basically the show for today, folks. But I'm down to shitpost with y'all for like another 5 minutes. Xanax affects your brain in a similar way to alcohol. That's true. That's very true. It's very, very true. Have you flushed your black pills? Oh, right, the black pills. Am I feeling better? I guess. Up and down. Found it through progressive channel search. Alright. So I'm just curious. Now, again, I'm not trying to, like, pry and you can refuse to answer. So, like, did you type in, like, YouTube search bar, progressive YouTube channel? Like, if so, like, I wonder what would make me pop up. Because I'm, like, I don't necessarily consider myself a progressive. Right? So, I don't know. I'm an anarchist, to be clear, but... Yo, I need that CTR scale. This shit's badass. Umar, I live in North Carolina, bud. But if I'm ever in New Jersey again, that's where my family lives. So, if I'm there again, I mean, come on. I do protests in Elizabeth City, North Carolina every day. Like, come on. But yeah, next time I go to New Jersey, I would be willing to organize some sort of meet and greet for sure. It's just that the circumstances I was there last week were, not, I wasn't capable of doing that. But, so that's my thing, right? So it's like there were a lot of people that sent me messages. I honestly thought it was oh my god, Umar, your brain. The dementia's getting in early. It was definitely just a sticker. Are you sure? But still, either way, Crash Team Racing, that's good as hell. But yeah, if I ever go back to New Jersey, I'm down to, like, plan ahead of time a meet and greet, for sure. So. Damn, Mila. You've never told that story online? Damn. I hope it all worked out for the best. Found them from Secular Talk. All right. You were watching Vaush and Mike from PA. Never watched Vaush, never watched Mike from PA, but I used to watch Secular Talk a lot back in the day, but I honestly... I'm a little sick of him, to be honest, lately. But I can get into that later, if you'd like. Laurenburg, NC. I live in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I have never used drugs. I don't even know what weed smells like. I mean, they're like, my thing is drugs, in my opinion, are like, it's a really complicated subject because obviously, let's look at the war on drugs, right? It is literally traced back to the White House. Richard Nixon's administration wanted to find a way to put, quote, the blacks and the hippies in jail. And when you're in jail, you cannot vote. Right? Your right to vote is stripped away because you have no right to vote in this country. Did you know that? There is no right to vote. That's why the amendments to the Constitution are, like, you can't be prohibited from voting based on race and stuff like that because there is no right to vote. Right? And so if you're in jail, you lose the right to vote. You can be prohibited from voting based on felony status. So they made drug use, possession, dealing, all that stuff illegal to, quote, target the blacks and the hippies, right? And they lumped in shit like marijuana and magic mushrooms and LSD with shit like heroin, methamphetamine, that kind of shit, right? And like also, again, the other thing with drugs are dosage. Right? You can do any drug in the world at a small dose and gets a slight amount of effect and probably not have any long-term effects at all. That's like, and again, I'm not making a blanket statement. I've not done research into every drug in the world. But what I'm saying is the dosage is the most important aspect. Right? If you're doing a very, very, very small dose of something, there's a lot less to worry about than if you're doing a huge dose of something, right? And that's not taught at all. Like until before I got into drugs, I had no idea what like dosages were. It's a fairly obvious concept, but like, people treat drugs in like a binary. Have you done this or have you not done this? When I can tell you right now, one of my favorite drugs is magic mushrooms, and I can tell you the dosage of magic mushrooms that you take significantly affects your experience. Like I would say you can go like 1/10 of a gram between like 1/2 of a gram and get like a small buzz, right? But if you do like 2 or 3 grams, that's it's not even the same drug. Like the experience is so far detached from one another, yet it's the same substance, right? And so that works with a lot of different drugs. I've tried a fair share of drugs, so like the dosage is really important concept. But again, we can't have these conversations in society because it's all illegal, man. You're gonna get busted, man. Lee Ski, anarchists don't vote. That's one of the dumbest. I get you're probably joking, but no, that's stupid. Anyone who doesn't vote is a dumb fuck. I'm sorry. Like voting takes like 10 seconds. It's not hard. Like if you live in one of these counties where like you have to wait in line for 6 hours, then I understand. But like with early voting, with all that other stuff, right? Like again, when I early voted, I walked in, filled in the bubble, walked out. Like it's not like I don't know. Anyone who doesn't want to do that, I think is just stupid. Like tell me what you are doing with your time that is more important than voting. If you like have like a, like if you have an appointment with like, a homeless shelter where you're like taking the, or like that, then fine, right? But like honestly, like voting is so simple, it's so easy for most people that, I just, the idea that you wouldn't vote out of principle is just stupid. I've only smoked weed and that was in college. I mean, I think we need to broaden our understanding of what a drug is. I mean, I consider sugar a drug. I consider caffeine a drug. It is extremely anarchist to vote, Leesky. That's like saying, oh, it's not very anarchist to have food stamps. Ugh, you're relying on the government? Pfft, fake anarchist. Oh, you're using the internet that was developed by the state? Pfft, not a real anarchist. I'm sorry, that kind of shit's stupid. That's full-on dumb fuck LARPing. Ugh! Why did you spend your coronavirus stimulus check? Don't you know? The government gave it to you? Oh, look at this. I'm using cash to buy food. But wait. This cash was from the Treasury of the United States. Oh. Can't use it. I'm an anarchist. Anarchy literally means without government. Leesky, being an anarchist is not anarchy. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine to educate you. But everything you've said about anarchism so far is dumb and not true. Anarchism is a philosophy where the goal is a moneyless, stateless, classless society. The goal is communism. The goal of being an anarchist is to achieve communism, right? You cannot be an anarchist and say, I'm an anarchist. I don't believe in the government. Because guess what? The government exists. The government affects every aspect of your life. So to be an anarchist, the point of being an anarchist is to limit government overreach, for example. Right? You don't want the government to regulate drugs, for example, in the way that they do. You don't want the government to go to war in the way that they do. Communist and anarchist are the exact same. Well, actually, it's not. The goal of anarchism, a philosophy, anarchism, is to achieve communism. Communism is a state of society, whereas no state, no money, no class. Everyone is equal. That is communism. As distinct from capitalism. The goal of capitalism is to uphold itself. The goal of communism is to achieve communism, right? The goal of anarchism is to achieve communism. There is no such thing as a communist government. So this is, again, China, for example, is not a communist country. They call themselves communist in the same way the United States calls itself a democracy. The United States is not a democratic country. So when you see people going out there, oh, a democracy. What democracy? We don't live in a democracy. A democracy would be everyone has a right to vote. If someone is in jail and they can't vote, it's no longer a democracy. You strip their right to vote away, it's not a democracy. Just in the same way that China is not communist. Cuba is not communist. Now, they can have elements of communism involved in their governing structure, absolutely. That doesn't make them a communist government. And also, being an anarchist doesn't mean, look, $20, psh, I don't need that money. The state made it. That's not anarchism. Like, let's assume, right, I'm an anarchist, I want anarchy, which is not what anarchism wants. Anarchists want. They don't want anarchy. Anarchy is what we live in right now. like look at how the pandemic has ravaged our economy. That's anarchy, motherfucker. Right? I'm just telling you that right now. Like, look at, like, countries that are, like, fighting wars over water right now because of climate change. That's anarchy. Right? The goal of anarchism is to achieve communism. But let's assume the goal of anarchism is to achieve anarchy. That does not mean you don't vote. That does not mean you don't use money. That does not mean you turn back your coronavirus stimulus check. Communism cannot exist without a government. Okay. Like, again, you're making these really bizarre statements that are like as if they're like laws of physics. Communism, like, again, let's look up the definition of communism. All right, so again, a moneyless, classless society with no government. Now, again, does that mean we can achieve communism tomorrow? No. If I run for office as a communist and say I'm going to bring our society further to communism, that is not like, or as an anarchist. If I ever run for political office, which is not out of the question, I would run as an anarchist. That doesn't, it's not, oh, I can't run for office because I'm an anarchist. No, I would run for office and govern in a way that would push our society toward anarchism, right? So yes, you can be a communist or an anarchist in government and try to move that government toward an achieving communism. Now, I don't think that we can achieve communism in our lifetime. I don't think that in the next 20 years we're going to abolish all governments and the world's going to be great and everything's going to be fine. I don't think that's possible. But again, the goal of communism is not to achieve it tomorrow. The goal is to achieve it, right? So, for example, people in the 1800s that first started like writing and defining these words like communism, they knew for a goddamn fact they're not going to achieve communism, right? They know that they're going to be long dead when communism is achieved. So I am very under the, I think communism is possible by like maybe 2200, maybe 2300. If we're not communist society by 2300, we'll probably not be a society because we've killed ourselves. Right? That's my opinion. But like, again, communism is not conflated with government. And also, let's look at the word government. Government and the state are different things. Let's be real about that. Governing, self-governance is a thing. People can govern themselves. That doesn't all of a sudden require a state. But anyway, these are big ideas. I got to get ready to go do a protest. So I will see y'all later. But if you have more questions, I'm fine with answering them. But if you assume anarchism means food stamps, I'd rather just starve than let the government help me. Whoa! Then I got a lot of, anarchy. Yes, anarchy. The goal of anarchism is not anarchy. The goal of anarchism is communism. What don't you understand? Like, come on. Anarchism means you're hot. That's correct? Also, to be more technical, the definition of anarchy is chaos, which people conflate with the absence of a government. You can have no government and be very in order. So that's a bad definition. An anarchist does not want anarchy. That's correct. An anarchist desires communism. That is the goal of anarchism. But anyway, I will answer more of these questions tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
My other debate flaked out on me. I was supposed to what? Actually, sorry, she did not flake out on me. She did not flake out on me. I flaked out on her because what? Actually, my other debate flaked out on me today. I was supposed to what? Actually, sorry, she did not flake out on me. I flaked out on her because I said I can't do it later.
Well, first of all, I should say something about how we came to be here and why we're doing this, and then kind of what we had in mind. Originally, the idea came up of me debating somebody else on this topic, and that didn't end up happening. So this topic, and that's suddenly, the idea came up of me debating somebody else on this topic, and that didn't end up happening.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins.
And he's like
they
this,
come in
and we will
so easily, so crazy, so crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy.